Are you ready to start packaging the power in your testimony? Are you sick of all of those intrusive thoughts that seem to hinder you from faithful obedience? Because you truly believe that faith without works is dead, right? Hey, what's up? My name is Angelica Stanley. Welcome to Niche to Nations, where I help you unleash the power in your testimony through HomePreneurship. As your host, I'm here to equip you with the biblical leadership principles, practices, and the promises of God that will help you walk out God's plans for your life. In each episode, we'll dive deep into the power of testimonies and practical steps to transform your entrepreneurial journey by empowering you through obedient action. That's right. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And don't forget to check out Niche to Nations Online Biz Growth Hub. This is your go-to resource for growing your faith-based business. Now let's get started. Hey family, welcome to this summer series. My name is Angelica Stanley, and it's an honor to be before you quickly. I'm going to be explaining to you what to expect for this summer series that we are doing. Now, it has always been part of my mission and vision at Unveiling for you to be able to package and lead from the power of your testimony. Now, in order to do this, I had to go on my own journey, and my own journey was developing as a leader and as a developing entrepreneur, implementing the strategies that I am now teaching you through Niche to Nations podcast and have thoroughly packaged on the Online Biz Growth Hub, which is a month-to-month membership for $7 a month to help you do just that with ebooks, creating a website, creating your first one-on-one coaching program, whatever it may be. So the reason we are focusing on the Rebrand series for this summer, for the next 5 weeks, is because we are preparing you to package. We are preparing you to package, okay? Now, the big vision is probably a book, probably a podcast, or probably a coaching program, right? Those are usually the main forefronts of where my clients are asking for support and for help. And so what this series is going to do for you is help you understand the prep behind the work, okay? So looking at it as far as a marketing standpoint, but also doing the work behind the scenes to actually get this stuff done, okay? So unveiling the power of rebranding in homepreneurship is going to break down rebranding, growth opportunities, what it is, like what is rebranding, the significance it holds in business, and the impact that it has for scaling your business, okay? I'm also going to be bringing you real life examples, not only from my testimony, but we will be having some guest speakers that will be speaking from the whole rebranding positioning, okay? And so I'm really excited about this because as we continue through this series, you are going to see that building anticipation or creating the buzz for your brand doesn't have to be so complicated. It can literally just be, everyday daily life type of stuff that you snap pictures, but having a guide or a checklist to kind of usher the packaging for you is what we do inside the Online Biz Growth Hub, okay? So I'm going to be pulling majority of the content for this next 5 weeks from the Online Biz Growth Hub. We're rebranding, re-updating, all of that stuff. And so the way that I've always led is through the power of my testimony. And so I want to show you exactly what that looks like. Now, I've always said that you only have to be a couple of steps ahead of somebody that you're helping. So I want you to picture this, and I've said this time and time before, that picture yourself climbing up this mountain, right? You're rock climbing, and you have a few of your biz besties with you, okay? And you're going up this mountain, and you actually make it to the top of the mountain. And as you look, you see the promise, right? You see the breakthrough, you see the healing, you see all of the manifestation of the power of the Holy Spirit in your life from you walking through being faithful with little, okay? And walking by faith and not by sight. So you finally get to the top. Are you the type of person that's going to get to the top and run to the promise? Or are you the type of person that looks back and sees your biz besties? Maybe one is one step behind, maybe the other's 3 steps behind, maybe the other one is 7 steps behind. It doesn't matter, right? The matter and the fact and the matter of me saying this and what the purpose of that is are you willing to reach back down and provide them a hand up? That's the whole foundation of me doing this leadership podcast. Okay. So the reason I wanted to break that down for you is because I never want you to feel like you cannot provide someone a hand up. The devil is a liar. Let's keep it moving. Okay. There is always something that you are able to help somebody with. An example is if you've lost 10 pounds, if you've lost, inches in your waist, or if you've lost a heavy burden of oppression and depression, if you've been able to save, right, on your car insurance. I'm just kidding. We're not trying to like promote any geckos over here, but but if you have saved financially because maybe you cut out shopping, or you cut out, maybe you introduced a coupon for gas or something like that, that is something to help people maybe in stewardship or their finances, or maybe you've actually been able to help people through music, or maybe just through speaking, or maybe it's through beauty and fashion, modeling, whatever it may be. How has God used your gifts and your talents and your skills, your interests, your passions, all of that, as far as even sharing a post on social media that is giving someone a biblical affirmation to speak over themselves? Not these new age type things that really don't have any firm foundation, right? Because it doesn't come from God, but really saying, I am a child of God, and or I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am the head and not the tail, right? I am a lender and not a borrower. Speaking I am statements and applying those not only in your own life, but for others on social media. What has that done? Has that built a community? How is that working? So in order to get this started, I just wanted to provide this quick trailer and introduction for the summer so that you can kind of get an understanding of what we're going to be talking about, because these next 7 weeks, 5 weeks, excuse me, are going to really help you engage your community, okay, which is the heartbeat of your rebrand, and how to prepare for that launch day, but also what you do after, right? Sustaining the momentum after your rebrand. And the reason we talk about this is because we don't look at it as a repetitive cycle. We look at it as scaling your business. So I believe that many of us are stuck in starting because we feel like we have to have this perfect brand, or we have to have everything picture perfect, and the aesthetics have to be absolutely gorgeous, and it has to be perfect. But really what it's doing is hindering you, and it's leading from fear instead of faith. And so as you begin to walk it out, I've looked back on many of the content and things that I've done, and I say, wow, I've grown, or dang, I can't believe I talked about that. The whole purpose of this is to help you lead from the power of your testimony and package it so that you're able to do what God has called you to do. And the importance of doing that is not being afraid to just start, okay? And that's why there's so much power in the rebrand, because it's not a sitting duck. You're not just going to like do all this work and then sit there and be like, dang, I didn't even catch any fish. I want you to think that you are constantly rebranding. You are constantly growing. You are your brand, and that happens. And I've never used the word branding because I always think of like brand, like cows and how you brand the cows and all of that. But I want you to think of it like this. God, I've done an episode on this where I talked about your thumbprint. That is your brand. It is unique. And so going through this process, I don't want you to think that you cannot start something without it being perfect. Like that, you can start in the imperfections. if everything was supposed to be perfect before we started, um I'm sorry, we wouldn't need Jesus. We wouldn't need faith. It's not meant to be perfect. It's meant for you to depend on God and learn and grow in the stewardship and the excellence that he's called you to. So I love you. God bless you. I pray this encourages you. Be sure to subscribe, and every Monday for the next 5 weeks, you will be getting an episode that is going to walk you through the whole purpose of rebranding, how to walk through it, how to show up, and how to lead by the power of your testimony.
Turn your skills into a profitable digital product in just one day. Are you ready to transform your incredible talents into a thriving online business while allowing your gifts to mature and make room for you? Imagine creating a digital product and creating a solid marketing plan and setting up an automated store all in just one Saturday. Well, I'm here to introduce you to Set It Up Saturdays this summer. It's a group session for $47 where I walk you through how to create your very own digital product, a marketing plan, and how to deliver that digital product to your ideal client. Set It Up Saturday is here to help you create, market, and sell your digital product in a collaborative group session with personalized one-on-one experience that I get to tailor for you with guidance and support during a Zoom virtual call. What if you could turn those skills into a digital product that provides value and generates income? Let's identify your niche, create a product that sells, and package it beautifully. Click the link in the description. I can't wait to see you for the next Set It Up Saturday.